If you had a question to ask to Brady this week, what would you ask Brady? What are you curious about?
I think for me it would be, does he care about the legacy of being the GOAT? And number two is, Dan, and I believe in my mind that if he wins this game, you know how we talk about we talk about Lawrence Taylor, and there's maybe 3 or 4 linebackers we might compare to him. Anthony Munoz, 3 or 4 linemen. I'm talking about the best of all time. We talk about corners or safeties. When we talk about wide receiver, what name comes to your mind?
Jerry Rice.
And nobody else, correct?
Yep.
I think we're at the point, it's no longer a conversation for me, is it Tom or is it Joe Montana? To me, Tom Brady is the GOAT because he's done more with less than any player at that position we've ever had. Different guy. How many Hall of Famers are going to be offensive players that have played on the offense he's ever played with? 1, Randy Moss, and maybe Gronkowski if this continues. So if he wins this game, done more with less than any quarterback ever, is playing better now than he did 10 years ago, mechanics, Tom, we used to be able to backpedal faster than him. He actually can make some things happen and slide step and still make things go. And in that pocket, nobody better. Dan, I'm no longer just talking about is he the best quarterback of all time. He wins this. What I'd ask Tom is, do you think you're the best football player we've ever had?
What if he loses this game?
The questions are going to be, well, Joe went to 3, was the MVP, or 4, was the MVP in 3, never lost, doesn't throw the ball to the other team ever in those games. That winning percentage is perfect. Tom, why'd you lose 3? And then the response for me would be, Tom got to 7. And by no means, Joe Montana, Dan, we know how special he is. We do. But
were you in the NFL when Montana?
Yes, I was. I was in that era of Kelly and Marino and Elway and Young and Montana. I had pretty good ones. There's 5 Hall of Famers right there in Favre, that group. But to watch, if he doesn't win this game, that's winning 4, losing 3, been to 7. It's kind of like the Michael Jordan, LeBron James talk. But getting to 7, Dan, come on. Remember when Marino went to 1? He thought he'd get back to 5 more.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get back. But to me, it won't tarnish his legacy. It just says he took teams that shouldn't have been there and got him there. But to get to 7, now you're talking about he's 1 more away from being winning 4, losing 4, because I don't believe he's done getting to him even after this year. I think there's more in his future. But it will not tarnish his legacy to lose this. All it can do in my mind is to enhance it and take him to a level that says, now he's in the Jerry Rice category, Jim Brown category is the best we've ever seen, period.
The Dan Patrick Show, weekday mornings on Audience.